Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Monday, March 31st. Oh, the end of the first quarter. Didn't that go by quickly? Yes, when the gushing news flow just smacks you in the face for, 90 days. Yes, of course, things go by very quickly. If you are feeling a little overwhelmed by something in your own financial life, or you're trying to make sense of maybe policies and how they might impact you, or you're just scared, or you're just feeling great, whatever it is, get in touch with us. Go to jillonmoney.com. Click the contact us button, write us a note. And if you want to join us live, check the box and Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget all of our content lives there. We have blogs. There's a radio show. There are videos. There's resources. You can sign up for our free weekly newsletter. Everything lives at jillonmoney.com. So just bookmark it and it'll be there for you. Today, we are talking to Dan, who joins us from Seattle. Hi, Dan. How are you?
I'm good.
What's shaking? How can we help you out?
Well, my wife passed away about a year and a half ago, and we never evaluated our wealth, and it was like amazing. I'm set.
Okay, good. I mean, bad that she died, but good that you're set.
Right. So I'm kind of investing for my kids. Everything I do, I think, well, I don't need the money, and unfortunately, we didn't convert to Roth IRAs. So I've got about 2.4 million in a traditional IRA.
Okay.
I'm 70, so I'm have to start taking it out in about 3 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm trying to find a way to minimize the impact for my kids.
Okay.
So this is money that I don't need.
Okay.
And what are they called? RMDs?
Yep.
Is that what they're called? Yep. I have to start taking money out. And my insurance agent said, "Hey, we've got this variable annuity with a death benefit." That kind of guarantees that you've got a death benefit, and it unencumbers your IRA obligations. I thought, well, that sounds kind of cool, but
what
it
do you
sounds
mean
like too good to be
unencumbers? Hold on a second. What do you mean by that? Meaning that it'll spit out the RMDs for you automatically from the contract?
It does, and then but then the death benefit is always there at the same value as my purchase price.
Okay, but wait a second. I want to go back for a second. You're 70 years old. You got 2.4 in a traditional IRA, which is nice. It's a good chunk of change, but that doesn't sound like all the money you need forever. So what else do you have? Social
Security provides me with about $35,000 a year.
Okay.
And I've got rentals. That's about $75,000 a year.
Oh, wait, you have rental properties that net to you 75 grand?
Yes.
Okay, 70 grand. Okay, got it. How much are the rental properties worth?
About $4.5 million total. There's 5 properties.
Okay, well, that sounds good. Okay, so rental properties no mortgages. Those are all free and clear, or they're mortgaged?
All free and clear. All free
course.
and clear.
All right. So on the 75 rental and the 35 Social Security, is that enough money for you?
I could live on 50.
Get out of there.
And I do. I don't have any expenses.
So you're a net saver on the income you receive already?
I am.
Okay. How old are your kids?
26, 27.
And they're launched, doing okay? Like, what's their situation?
One's launched and the other one's still struggling a little bit. So I still help with him a little bit.
Okay. And are they living with you, or are they on their own, living somewhere else?
On their own.
Okay. So 2.4 in traditional IRAs, 4.5 in rental properties. What about non-retirement assets? Any other money that's floating around?
Yeah, a brokerage account that has about $3.5 million.
It really sounds you poor thing.
Okay,
wait, but it's not a bad problem to have, right? Let me ask you a few more questions. So, are you charitably inclined?
Well, somewhat. I'm always hesitant because I hear with charities how much goes to administrative. I do a ton of personal volunteering and stuff, and I know that's not enough. It has nothing to do with what my assets are, but so I do plan on doing something, but it's not an active plan.
Okay. The reason why I'm asking that is that once you turn 70 and a half, you can divert some money from a traditional IRA and send it to a charity. Number one, it could, reduce the total amount in that traditional IRA, and it can also eventually help satisfy your RMD. So that's one thing to consider. But if you're not that into it, of the brokerage account, the $3.5 million, is there money that's is it all low basis stock? Is it all low basis funds, or are you managing, like, what's happening inside that brokerage account?
It's mostly a fan card. This is all stuff my wife set up, and it's just been kind of plugging along on its own.
Okay. Why not, instead of actually buying a product that's going to cost you, you mentioned the name of the product in your email, so I just was able to look up kind of a little bit more of the fees, which, it's going to be about 2% a year. There's no real reason that you would have to pay 2% a year to an insurance company. Your kids are going to get plenty of money. Why not just convert some of the traditional IRA with the money that you have in the brokerage account?
Well, you're one of my references. I have an appointment with my accountant next week to discuss how all that might work.
I think that could be a really interesting idea. I mean, are the rental properties all going to be held as is? Are you going to try to sell a few? Like, what's your game plan for those? Because maybe there's cash there also. I don't know.
Well, my game plan is to let the when I pass, have the, what do they call it when you die? The
step up in cost
step
basis.
up and let my kids take advantage of that. And so I'm not going to buy any more properties. Just keep it as it is and let them benefit from this, unless I have some catastrophic health issue where I could have to sell one of my properties to support that.
Well, you probably won't need to do that. I would talk to your accountant. Instead of buying an insurance product, you don't actually need to do that. I mean, you have plenty of money. It really does actually cause further complication. And I'd rather you have the ability to just grab that money and have that money. How much money are they saying they want you to put into this annuity product?
Well, of course, as much as I.
Yeah, that's already why I don't like it. Yeah, because it does not. I don't see why that makes sense, because you're not converting. Your kids would be better off inheriting a Roth asset, right? And
right.
You have the ability to make that happen for them rather than give them an insurance policy. I'd rather you inherit a Roth asset anyway. And also, especially because, as you said, you don't really know, like, you could live 20 more years. You don't know what's going to happen with these kids. Why would we tie up this money? Like, maybe both these kids are going to get married and you're going to have grandchildren and you're going to want to give them money. I mean, like, there's so many things that could happen here. I don't think I would, I personally, unless, like, if the annuity were a way to solve a problem, I think that I'm open to it, but there's no problem here. The fact that you have to pay money in an RMD is not the problem. The problem is that, you actually have the money to convert. So now we just have to convert and pay for it. Talk to your accountant and talk about a QCD, a qualified charitable distribution. But I would just take some of the money out of the brokerage account and start converting some of this money. That's, to me, a much better idea for your kids, considering that so much of your net worth is in real estate, right? And that you have this ability to pay for a total. I mean, it's just so cool that you're young, you sound healthy, that you can convert this money. That's a huge advantage to you.
Well, you're kind of confirming my suspicions about all of this. It was just something that she offered, and she's very honest and down to earth. And I can't avoid taxes. I got to pay taxes on this eventually, but it's my avoidance of that. It's like, how can I minimize that? But that should be secondary, it sounds like.
Well, put it this way. The way that you can minimize the tax hit in the future for your kids is to pay for the tax now. That's the way to do it. And, if you look at when you go to talk to your accountant, I'd be interested to see what tax bracket you're in, because you live in Washington state, so there's no state income tax. So, I mean, I know you make a lot of money from the rental property, but you also have a lot of write-offs associated with that. So my guess is that, of your 110, I'm sure the brokerage account will spin off some money. But if you're a single person and you're sort of, I don't know, maybe your highest tax bracket's 24 or 32%. Maybe you say, all right, I'm just going to start pulling some money out and converting and getting it done. I don't know what, I feel like that having that Roth asset for your kids, that's the gift. That to me is like a beautiful gift, and it's a clean gift. That's the other thing.
Right.
Now,
okay.
Presuming that works for you, then you just want to talk to the accountant about a game plan for how you get it done. And maybe it won't all happen at once, but I don't know. I think that would be my goal. That's what I would try to do for sure. And then maybe like loosen up a little bit on the charity. You can do some research about charities. You can go to Charity Navigator, go to one of those, what's that called? Give Well. And you can start to say like, hey, what are charitable organizations that I like that don't have, all the money going to overhead? They list it all. If you want to have, a little bit of research, if you are at all inclined. I don't want to like, as a friend of the show, Ed Slott likes to say, like, I'm not going to make you charitable if you're not. But if you happen to be charitable, then that shouldn't be a limitation. It should just be, I'm going to do a little homework and make sure the organization is running smoothly and I feel comfortable giving to it. If you need any help, let us know, and let us know what the accountant says, and you can check back in with us. Now, by the way, I presume you have all of your estate documents done. Yes,
I do.
You're good. All right, listen, I'm so sorry that all this money has fallen into your lap, but you and your wife did a great job. And I think plow forward, man. Use your money. Spend a little more money, will you?
Okay. Appreciate your kind words.
All right. If you've got a question, it's an estate question, you've got a question about how to manage retirement accounts, if someone is pitching you a product, an insurance product, a complicated, maybe it's a real estate investment, maybe it's a limited partnership, anything like that, get in touch with us. Go to JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, let us know if you want to join us on the air live. Don't forget, on the website, you can subscribe to our service called Jill on Money Live. That's where you have access to quarterly live webinars, 4 of them, bonus audio and video content, the back catalog, all for $45 for the next 12 months. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. Try to do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you tomorrow.